Good morning everyone. Today I will take the science of class 9, that is fundamental unit of life. Okay. Okay. We will discuss about the rest of the organelles. Okay. First one we will start from the mitochondria. Mitochondria, that is powerhouse of the cell. All of you know that the mitochondria contain ATP. ATP contains energy which helps to do different types of chemical activities in our cell, and to complete this type of activities we need energy, and energy is come from the mitochondria. Okay, so that's why it is called powerhouse of the cell. Structure. Mitochondria contains double layered membrane. First one contains Number 1 contains double layered membrane. The outermost is the outer layer is porous and inner layer is folded. This fold form large space ATP generating activities. ATP generating chemical activities. Okay. So one of the mitochondria, that is called powerhouse of the cell. And structure, what is the structure of the mitochondria? And the last one, mitochondria contains its own DNA and ribosome, which help it to make some protein. Okay. So this is the structure. Mitochondria. Nucleus also contain double layered membrane. Okay. So if I ask you which organelles contain double layered membrane? Mitochondria, nucleus. Okay. Mitochondria contains double layered membrane. The outer membrane is porous. So all of you know that outer membrane is porous because the transformation or transport of the materials outside and inside of the cell organelles. And second one, the inner membrane that is present inside the mitochondria, that is very much folded. If you have seen the landline mobile telephone, there is the where that is spring like structure. Or you have seen the spring. Okay, spring you have seen, this is the spring like structure because in the small spaces the large amount is present. Okay, so folded means there is, if you extend them, there is too much place are there. Okay, so large space that is folded, that creates obviously large space, and there is the large space is present because different types of chemical activities that is occurred by the ATP that is done in there. Okay, this for this reason. And next one, mitochondria contains DNA and ribosome, and you know that ribosomes are the manufacturing site of the protein, so it is able to produce its own protein. Okay, contains double layered membrane. The outer layer is porous and inner layer is folded. These fold form large space ATP generating chemical activities. Okay, is for ATP generating chemical activities. And mitochondria contains its own DNA ribosome which helps to make some protein. What is the function of mitochondria? One function, that is the function energy required for chemical activities, energy required for chemical activities needed for life is released by mitochondria in the form of ATP. ATP called energy currency of cell. Okay, so fundamental function: energy is required for all type of chemical activities needed for life. If you want to sustain, if you are the living organism, always needs some chemical activities that is done by the cell organelles. And this type of chemical activities, if any type of activities you have done, that is need the energy, and these energies come from the mitochondria in the form of ATP. Okay, this is the main function. Next organelle is plastid, that is present only in plant cell. Okay, plastid. Plastid location obviously present only in plant cell. Next one, types. Two types: chromoplast, that is colored plastid, another one leucoplast, that is white or colorless plastid. Structure: first one, numerous membrane present in a material is called stroma. Number two, it contains, just like mitochondria, it also contains DNA and ribosome. Okay, so that is the plastid. Plastid is only one type of cell organelle that present only in the cell, plant cell, and the function actually plastid that maintain the different color. Plastid two types: chromoplast, one type of plastid present, that is colored plastid, green, yellow, orange. Another one, colorless plastid, that is leucoplast. Structure: their stroma is present. What is stroma? That is a material that contains different membranes. So numerous membranes are present in a material that is called stroma. And plastid also contain DNA and ribosome, just like mitochondria. Okay, this is location present in any plant cell: chromoplast, colored plastid, and leucoplast, white or colorless plastid. Numerous membranes present in a material is called stroma. It contains DNA and ribosomes. Function: what is the function of plastid? plastid contains green pigment called chlorophyll and it is called chloroplast and it is called chloroplast. All of you know that important part, chloroplast, important for photosynthesis and second one, and this chloroplastid contains chloroplast contains yellow or orange pigment. And number 2, leucoplast contains starch amino acid oils. Okay, so these types of plastic, 2 types, that is colored plastic, mainly obviously any green color that is important for the photosynthesis, that contains chlorophyll, and another that is yellow and orange pigment that is also responsible for the different color of flower and fruits. Okay, that is controlled by the chromoplast. And leucoplast, any type of white, that is potato, radish, you know that they are white in color, and some parts of the plant that is white in color, they contain starch, oils, different types of proteins, amino acids that is stored by the leucoplast. Okay, that is the 2 function. The green pigment called chlorophyll and it is called chloroplast and important for photosynthesis. Chloroplast contains yellow or orange pigment and leucoplast contains starch, amino acid, oil. Okay. Next, vacuoles. Vacuoles, large in plant cell. The structure, you can say that structure, vacuole structure. That is first one, sac-like structure. And helps in storage. Second one, small in animal cell, small sized in animal cell. Animal cell and large in plant cell. 50 to 90% of cell volume. Okay, so vacuole, you have seen that in the present either in animal cell all over the cell, small vacuoles are present, but in the plant cell at the center or some middle slightly slide from the center, a large vacuole is present. Okay, they are sac-like structure and helps to store the cell sap or any type of materials that is important for the plants. And they contain, in plant cell the vacuoles are very large, they contain 50 to 90% of the total cell structure, cell volume. Okay, and they are small in animal cell. So sac-like structure and helps in storage, small sized in animal cell and large in plant cell, 50 to 90% of the cell volume. Next, function of the vacuole. First one, vacuole store cell sap. That is the liquid part. You can say that cell sap, cell liquid, or cell cytoplasm, cell sap. Vacuole store cell sap to maintain turgidity and rigidity of cell in plant cell. In plant cell, it stores some important materials like amino acid, sugar, etc. Number 3. In amoeba, vacuoles contains food, some unicellular animals. It helps to remove excess water and waste material. Okay, so this is the function of the vacuole in plant cell. It contains 90% and it totally swell up with the cell sap. So obviously it gives the shape and structure, that is rigidity, and turgidity, that is the flexible and maintain the cell structure. Okay, that is vacuole done. And in plant cell it stores some important material, amino acids, sugar, and protein, anything that is stored in the vacuole. And in plant cell, in unicellular cell amoeba, food vacuoles are present that contains the food that is consumed by the amoeba. And another one, in some unicellular animals, they are expelling, helps to expel the extra water and waste material, that is removal. Okay, this is. And the last, that is the main question of this chapter, why the cells are called fundamental unit of the life. So cells are performed so many functions by their organelles. So this is the most important question, why the cells are called fundamental unit of life. Cells acquire its membrane and cell organelles that and which arranged in a specific way, thus helps The cell performs the various function like respiration, obtain nutrition, removing waste material, and forming new protein. So cells are called fundamental unit. You know that cell has the definite structure, that is contain membrane and different cell organelles, and they are arranged in a specific way that helps the cell to perform their various functions. Cell can respire, cell can obtain nutrition, cell can remove the waste material, they can produce the protein that's from the DNA. So that is why the cell is called the fundamental unit of life. Okay, so this chapter is completed. Next we discuss about the exercise of this chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.